All right then, folks. Ryan here coming to you with a brand new video, brand new live. And we're talking tonight about, you know, fixing your vibration. Stay in a high vibration. Maintain, um, wow, maintain a good vibration. So, I know this is something that I hear a lot of people talk about, vibration, high vibration, positive vibration, negative vibration, and all that stuff. So it's a vibration, and what I'm getting, that vibration is important. So, um, and if I'm set up the camera here, okay. So, you hear all this talk about vibration, and I'm not sure if they if these folks actually know how to stay in a high vibration, how to measure, how to you know um stay in a positive vibration, how to maintain a positive vibration. I'm not sure if these guys actually know how to do it. This is not something that you can just make happen overnight. Because I remember when I was going through a pretty rough time in my life, I know for sure my vibration was out of balance. I could feel that. Even though I couldn't explain, what I was going through in a vibrational term. I just couldn't. But I wasn't vibrating correctly. Looking back at it now, I understand, you know, what I was going through. Okay? So, vibration. This is something that a lot of you are going to have to learn how to master. I believe I got pretty good at staying in a positive vibration. It is not particularly easy, but it's doable. And it takes over a long period of time of trial and error. You will figure out what you like and what you don't like, what you should be spending most of your time doing, and what you shouldn't put time and effort into. I mean, if something is causing you uh, anger, pain, it makes you miserable. It makes you unhappy, and you start to resent that thing. You're gonna have to learn how to drop those things, let them go, cut them loose. They're gonna bring you more problems than you could possibly imagine. I remember one time before I got into this personal development here, I was um, out there. I mean, no, sorry. I was working at a restaurant, and at the time, it was just, I knew that I need to be doing something else. I hate what I was doing for some reasons behind it too as well. All right. So my belief at the time was that I can't really do anything better. That was my belief. And that belief was keeping me where I was. And I believe that a lot of you might be going through the same thing as well. So, what really happened there was, here I am in my 30s, stuck in a bloody kitchen, which I didn't want to be in, anyways. And those people didn't really respect me. And I, you know, figured that out later on. Like, these guys didn't respect me at all. And till I quit that job and I go to another job and I realize that I kind of feel the same way. It began to dawn on me. And then something happened. this something happened during that time. I stumbled upon something called personal development, and I realized that I'm gonna have to stay on this journey here and keep up with this. I do not know what this is about, but I like what they were saying. All these things that they were saying, I enjoy the hell out of it. I like listening to the motivational speakers and you know these podcast people and everything else, and podcast hosts, and listen to podcasts and books and so forth. But I like what they were saying, and they were saying things that I have never really hear anybody put them into context, like the way and the way how they speak about success. I never heard anybody talk about it like that, in that way, in that manner, right? So here I am in my 30s trying to figure this thing out, and I'm like, all right, I believe I have a chance. I still have a shot. I can do this. Okay? Remind you, my vibration was all messed up at the time. Horrible vibration. And I keep on attracting all these negative situations, circumstances. It was just terrible. And it was just extremely painful at the time. Because I am going through life lacking awareness and all of that stuff. Then, over a period of time, over a number of years, I begin to get better at understanding how to navigate through life. I'm wondering if my because nobody commented. I'm wondering if I hit the for you kids. Uh, I'm wondering if that's what I did, because there's nobody commenting. I'm trying to figure out if that's what I did, because can somebody comment? Just comment. Just said something, because I want to know if I hit the wrong button there. If I push the wrong button that says for kids or not for kids. I'm wondering if I push the button that says for kids, because it looked to me like that's what's going on here, because I'm not seeing anything popping up underneath my screen, nobody commenting anything like that. So I'm not sure what's going on here. That would be, so I would probably have to get out of, close this video down and then get back in. Hopefully that's not the case, but if that's the case, then I'm gonna have to do this thing all over again. So let's